Today, we're discussing the big news about Palworld's PS5 release. Palworld has officially been announced for PS5. However, its release in Japan is currently undetermined. Why is a Japanese game's release undecided in Japan? This might be due to Nintendo's recent lawsuit against Palworld. Some users speculate that Nintendo filed the lawsuit at this time because they had information about the PS5 version release. Nintendo's patents are only valid in Japan, so they thought it could be sold overseas. I'm surprised Sony allowed this. If Nintendo ignores this issue, Pokemon knockoffs from China will flood the market. They're already out there. Sony giving the green light in this situation shows they have high expectations for Palworld. Many users feel Sony is fully backing the game. From a business perspective, if sales grow overseas even without Japanese sales, that might be an acceptable strategy. While the lawsuit is about patents, social media is buzzing about how Palworld's pals closely resemble Pokemon designs. Let's look at some recent user exchanges. But Palworld's pals don't look like Pokemon at all. If you can say these don't look like Pokemon, that's impressive in itself. They're not similar at all. The concept is different from Pokemon. If anything, it's more like Monster Hunter. Gotcha. These are actually Pokemon. You don't even know Pokemon designs, do you? The debate between Nintendo supporters and Palworld fans is heating up. To summarize the arguments, Palworld supporters say, Palworld borrows from more than just Pokemon. It's a collection of copied elements, but the combination is creative. It may look similar, but the game itself is different from Pokemon. Nintendo supporters argue, Nintendo finally suing means they're no longer tolerating this. Nintendo doesn't file lawsuits they can't win. In fact, Takuro Mizobe, the creator of Palworld, has made some controversial statements in past interviews. He said things like, when making a game, I first decide which game to copy from, and whether copying is a problem or not should be decided between the parties involved. While it sounds good to say they've collected good elements from various games and harmonized them well, from another perspective, this could be seen as lacking originality. That being said, given that he was consciously copying, it would be difficult to argue that Palworld's pals just happened to resemble Nintendo's Pokemon by coincidence. Lastly, some are excited about this controversy. It's been a while since Nintendo and Sony clearly opposed each other. I'm getting excited. While it's actually Nintendo versus Palworld, many see it as a clash of giants because Sony is backing Palworld. Some fans can't hide their excitement over this new industry conflict. It will be interesting to see how this matter is resolved. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.